a non-tomahawk elk since the age of 6, but a lot of that information isn't located in my book. My father was a great influence on me getting involved in the world of multimedia. He took me to a friend of his, and I used his lab in his basement to start off with black and white film. Yeah, well, my immediate father, because I never met my grandfather. So I guess it's a chain reaction.
Paul Murray's fascination with photography began at a tender age. His eyes would light up every time he looked through the viewfinder. He was just 6 years old, a young boy with a heart full of dreams and a camera that would become his constant companion. A gift, a simple camera, sparked a lifelong passion. It was more than just a toy. It was a gateway to a new world. The world, through the lens, transformed into something magical. Every scene, every moment held a new kind of beauty. It was a world waiting to be captured. Each click of the shutter was a step into a new adventure.
Our home became his first studio. Paul photographed everything, his toys, arranging them in elaborate scenes, his pets, capturing their playful antics, and the garden where he found endless inspiration. Every snapshot was an adventure, a new discovery, a moment frozen in time, and each image held a story of a young boy's journey through his imagination and the world around him.
Paul's parents, recognizing his passion, provided unwavering support. They nurtured his talent and encouraged his creativity. They saw the potential in their young son's hobby. Family holidays were transformed into photo sessions, each trip a new opportunity for Paul to explore his craft. No longer were they just trips. They became photographic expeditions. Every destination was a canvas for his creativity.
I loved documenting everything. Landscapes, sunsets, the way the light played on the water and the colors of the sky at dusk. And family portraits filled my albums. Each photo was a piece of my heart, a memory captured forever.
His early work showcased a natural talent. Even at a young age, Paul had an eye for detail and a unique perspective. He possessed a unique ability to capture the essence of his subjects. His photos were more than just images. They were windows into the soul.
We knew Paul had something special even from a young age. His keen eye for detail and unique perspective were evident in the way he captured moments. Recognizing his potential, we decided to enroll him in a photography club. It was a place where he could meet like-minded individuals and grow his skills. He met other enthusiasts who shared his passion, and this camaraderie fueled his enthusiasm even more.
Paul's parents nurtured his growing talent with unwavering support. They encouraged him to pursue his passion and provided the resources he needed. They enrolled him in a photography club where he met other enthusiasts who shared his love for capturing moments. He learned from experienced photographers who taught him the basics and more advanced techniques. These mentors played a crucial role in his development. He soaked up knowledge like a sponge, always eager to learn and improve his craft.
Paul quickly outgrew his first camera, mastering its functions and limitations. We got him a more advanced model, which opened up new possibilities and allowed him to experiment further. He experimented with different lenses and film, each new tool adding to his repertoire of skills. Each shot was a learning experience, teaching him something new about light, composition, and timing.
The darkroom became his sanctuary, a place where he could immerse himself in the process of developing his photos. He spent hours there, developing his prints and honing his skills, perfecting each image with meticulous care. His photographs began to win awards at the club, a testament to his growing talent and dedication. Local newspapers even featured his work, bringing his talent to a wider audience. It was a testament to his dedication and fueled his desire to learn more, pushing him to constantly improve.
I devoured photography books and magazines, always on the lookout for new techniques and inspiration. Ansel Adams and Henri Cartier-Bresson became my idols, their work inspiring me to push the boundaries of my own photography.
He studied the works of masters, constantly striving to improve and refine his own style. His journey was one of passion, dedication, and relentless pursuit of excellence. After high school, Paul pursued his passion formally. He had always been fascinated by the art of capturing moments, and he knew that to truly excel, he needed to immerse himself in a structured learning environment. He enrolled in a renowned art college, a place known for nurturing creative talents and pushing boundaries. Here, he delved deeper into photography, exploring its many facets and techniques. The college provided him with access to state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, allowing him to experiment and refine his skills. He studied under seasoned professionals who challenged him and pushed him to refine his craft. These mentors were not just teachers, they were industry veterans with a wealth of experience and knowledge.
Paul explored various genres of photography, from portraiture to photojournalism. Each genre offered its own set of challenges and learning opportunities. He learned the technical aspects, composition, lighting, and exposure. These were the building blocks of his craft, essential for creating compelling images. He discovered the power of storytelling through images. Each photograph was not just a picture, but a narrative, a moment frozen in time that conveyed a deeper meaning.
His professors quickly recognized his talent. They saw in him a unique ability to see the world differently and capture it in a way that resonated with others. He possessed a unique eye for detail. This meticulousness set him apart, allowing him to create images that were both technically perfect and emotionally compelling. But he wasn't satisfied with just technical proficiency. Paul wanted his work to have a soul, to evoke emotions and tell stories that words could not. Paul sought to evoke emotion in his work. He believed that a photograph should make the viewer feel something, whether it was joy, sorrow, or wonder. He wanted viewers to feel something. His goal was to create images that left a lasting impact that stayed with people long after they had seen them.
Paul's photographs, while technically brilliant, gained a soul. They were no longer just images. They were expressions of his inner world, his thoughts, and his emotions. They became more than just images. They were windows into his perspective, his emotions. Each photograph was a piece of his heart, a glimpse into his soul.
His work captured the essence of his subjects, revealing their true selves in a way that was both honest and beautiful, making each photograph a powerful story. Through his lens, Paul told stories that words could never fully capture, stories that touched the hearts of those who viewed them.
My father was a great influence for me getting involved in the world of multimedia. He took me to a friend of his, and I used his lab in his basement to start off with black and white film.
I was invited by another friend of mine because we have a company called 5 Star Production, and we're a full production company, musically, kind of dabbing in film as well. So I spoke with Paul, and he told me to call him Chief Tomahawk, which is cool too. So I spoke with him, and he invited me to come to his house, just like that. And that's how we met. There was a show that was in this vicinity. I live in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. There was a show in Maryland that 5 Star gave, and I drove him and his wife to the event. At the event, he did some photography work, and he's so creative with it. To me, he's considered, I call him a master of what he does, because the way that the lighting was a live entertainment, and he kind of fixed the lighting because it wasn't enough light for his camera. So he happened to have a flashlight, and the flashlight was bright enough that he got the picture straightened out. I mean, it turned out audio, visual, it was perfect.
Paul's understanding of the camera was innate. He saw it as an extension of himself. He mastered the relationship between aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. He understood how they worked together to create the perfect exposure. Focal length became his paintbrush. Wide-angle lenses captured expansive landscapes, while telephoto lenses brought distant subjects closer. He knew which lens to use. Each situation demanded a specific approach. He never compromised on quality. His camera bag became his treasure chest, holding an array of tools. Filters manipulated light, tripods ensured stability, and light meters helped him achieve perfect exposures. He used each tool with precision, understanding their impact on the final image. Paul's dedication to mastering the tools of the trade set him apart, making his work stand out in the world of photography.
Venturing out, solo expeditions and photographic growth.
Photography became Paul's passport to the world. He embarked on solo expeditions.
From the icy landscapes of Alaska to the bustling markets of Marrakesh, he traveled.
He sought to capture the beauty of the world. His lens documented diverse cultures and landscapes.
His travels were not just about photography, they were about personal growth.
He immersed himself in different cultures, he embraced new experiences, he challenged his perceptions.
He returned from each trip a changed man. His photography reflected his growth. It became more than just pretty pictures.
His images told stories of human connection. They showcased the beauty of our planet. Paul's work did not go unnoticed. His photographs garnered attention. Galleries exhibited his prints. Magazines featured his images. Awards and accolades followed. He became a respected name in the photography world. His images resonated with viewers. They were drawn to his unique perspective. He had a way of capturing the essence of a moment. His photographs evoked emotion. They sparked conversations. They challenged perspectives. He remained humble despite his success. He saw it as a validation of his passion. He never lost sight of why he started. His love for photography continued to drive him.
Paul's journey was not without its challenges. He constantly sought to improve. He embraced new technologies. He experimented with digital photography. He saw it not as a replacement, but as an evolution. He continued to learn from others. He attended workshops. He collaborated with fellow photographers. He shared his knowledge freely. He mentored aspiring photographers. He believed in giving back to the community.
Paul Murray.
I am your military reporter to the stars and major artists, and Mr. Murray is a photographer to the major stars and artists himself. We are here to help you get connected. Over 35 years in show business, and we're looking for models, actors, singers,
Dancers, rappers, clean rap.
I guess to sum it all up and paint a picture about Mr. Paul Murray, the extraordinary photographer to the stars and major artists, has truly made an impact on this world and has helped so many and thousands of people and celebrities. And I'll never forget, I would say one of my favorites was Keenan came into the office, and he actually would always get his headshots with Mr. Paul Murray. And Paul is a giver, and he always wanted to make dreams come true, as he made my dream come true. And he helped me get my own TV show. And I remember running tapes to Channel 5 News, and we were on TV for a half-hour show, and that was my dream, and Paul made it happen. And being a young broadcaster, back in the days, you can go to YouTube and put in Joe Jackson, Dawn Reese Show. That was my first interview with Mr. Joe Jackson.
What do you think about our photographer extraordinary, Mr. Paul Murray?
Oh, I think he's a fantastic photographer, because he worked with us on this Jackson Island situation, and it was great. You know, we really appreciate how everything turned out. It's a great photographer.
Excellent. And he's known worldwide, internationally, and it does mean a lot from the heart. And again, a lot of people don't believe until they hear it from you.
Well, it's true, everybody. It's true. He's good. Yeah, okay.
And I want to thank you so much for this opportunity to brag a little bit about the extraordinary Paul Murray.
My name is Greg Cooper. I'm hard-working entertainer. I pride myself on versatility, singer, dancer, vocal impressionist, and I've been a comic for quite a few years. Well, we were at a movie premiere, and man, we were having at first a little time getting seated for this nice gala event, and they didn't seem to give us the right reception, or the reception that we thought we deserved or whatever. And I was trying to be professional about it and tolerant, and Paul was seated on one side of the room, and I was seated, me and another fellow on the other side, and blah blah blah. But a long story short, he made an effort and rectified it, but it was sort of funny the way he did it, because he couldn't move around right then to get where he wanted to go, but he made it over to the guys and the ushers, and he explained it in his own memorable way, his own way. And he got us in there and got us seated, and I thought that was a great thing, because I wasn't having any, any progress at all. But yeah, it was a funny venture after all. But yeah, it worked out.
He never stopped experimenting. He explored new techniques. He pushed the boundaries of his creativity. He believed that photography was a lifelong journey. There was always something new to learn. He embraced the unknown with open arms. Paul Murray's photographic legacy. Paul Murray's legacy extends beyond his photographs. He inspired countless individuals. He showed them the power of photography. He taught them to see the world through a different lens. His work continues to be exhibited worldwide. His photographs grace the pages of prestigious publications. His images are collected by art enthusiasts. They are treasured for their beauty and emotional depth. He left an indelible mark on the world of photography. His legacy is one of passion, dedication, and artistry. He showed us that a single photograph has the power to inspire, to provoke, and to endure.
Please tell us your name. Mr. Mori, I have 4 questions for you tonight. Are you ready?
I think so. I think I can handle it.
What are the qualities of a good leader?
Have direction and focus in life. Be able to give other people direction.
Who do you admire as a positive role model and why?
My father, because he raised me.
We're looking for the next Remy Martin ringleader tonight. What makes you a natural leader?
Because I was born to be a leader. There's no guess about it. If you have to think about it, it took too long.
If you can invite any one person to be part of your entourage, who would it be and why?
I'd probably invite my father, but he's not here, so I have to invite my buddy who's Neville Shorter.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mori. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
You're welcome.
My name's Neville Shorter, Neville Solomon Shorter, and originally from Orlando, Florida. Put 24 years in the military. I will brag about it. I was U.S. Army Special Forces Green Beret, 24 years, and enjoyed doing that. They had a class coming up, and I said, I'll go check out this class. And the class has to do with a concealed weapons permit, how to get one. And the instructor just happened to be a guy named Paul Murray. So he taught the class, it's like a 4-day class. And when the class, while the class was being run by him, I don't exactly know when I actually started talking to him. But anyway, he brought up the fact that he was also a photographer. And that lit me up right there, because I'm like a freelance photographer, not a professional photographer, but it's freelance. And so anyway, so I got with him, and then he said, hey, he said to me that he does a lot of events, art galleries, fashion shows, which really lit me up like a Christmas tree, as well as birthday parties and musical video presentation of individuals and all. And I said, well, okay, so we got together. I said, look, mind if I hang, with you? So I wound up hanging with him, and we went to a lot of events. A lot of his friends were musicians, and we would go watch them perform. And he said, come on, I'm going to show you how to record this. So we go there and set up the tripod and the camera and all, and we recorded a lot of different artists, male, female group bands and all that stuff, because he's a very popular individual, as I found out, you know, like down the road I found out that he was the main photographer of Michael Jackson doing his big award event, and I said, yeah, man, sure you did, you know, yeah, right, whatever, you know. And then he impressed me by showing me the actual video footage from the event, the awards presentation that Michael Jackson was given, and there he was on the floor. He said, I was the only photographer there. Yeah, sure you were. Let me see the video. I saw the video, and there he is. I mean, you got thousands of people there. Michael Jackson on stage getting the award, I think, from Quincy Jones. Anyway, and you see Paul, the only photographer on the floor next to the stage, going back and forth taking pictures. I said, well, this guy's for real. Okay, that's cool, you know. So, anyway, I mean, that was impressive as it is. It's still impressive today, you know, with his cards and all. And so anyway, now I knew nothing about taking pictures at fashion shows and stuff, you know. I mean, I just aim and shoot like 100 pictures and stuff and get home and look at them on my computer, and they all blurred and out of focus and stuff. He said, no, you got to change the setting. You got to do this, got to do that. And then one of the main things he said throughout the whole time we was together, even today, he said this one thing. He says, take the shot. I'm thinking, what do you mean? No, take the shot now. No, I can get them. No. Don't wait for them to come back, because they might not come back. So take the shot now.
Through the Lens, a universe unveiled. Paul Murray's photographic odyssey is a testament to the power of passion. From his early fascination with a simple camera to his mastery of the art form, his journey is an inspiration. He reminds us that the world is full of beauty, waiting to be discovered. Through his lens, he unveiled a universe of wonder. He captured the essence of humanity, the grandeur of nature, and the fleeting moments that make up a life well lived. His photographs are a gift, a legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come.
So what would you like to know about?
Well, from my knowledge, I
Don't ask
believe
me nothing that you don't want to hear.
it's from my understanding that you are a photographer. So tell me your photography history.
Well, I've been in photography since I was 6 years old. I started out in a cardboard box at 6, and it's just been my whole career.
So Paul saw something in me, and I would say not something different than no one else he has, but whatever he saw, you know, is why he took, I would think that he took liking to see what was going on. And so God told me to use whatever I had in my hand, and I had the skill set. I didn't have the finances, but I knew that I had the vision, okay? So when I went to Paul, he had his own photography company. When I finally met him after talking to Dr. Vivi, and she scheduled a conference call, his credentials at that time, I think if I was an industry girl, I was never a groupie, so I didn't really care with the names he was doing, which was big time names. And I was like, what? He's talking to me. If he's dealing with this type of big time artist, I'm just a nobody. But I was just grateful that I was like, okay. So we got into it a little at first because I'm headstrong, he headstrong. He needed help, I needed help. And we bartered. And so he never came to me disrespectful. A lot of men have in the industry, a lot of photographers. I never trusted photographers. At that time, I was married to a photographer, and I didn't allow people to photography because they would get to my famous. I thought I was beautiful. I wanted some rights. And he never, even with that, he tried to like show me different places of where I could go in the industry. But then when he saw, when I would get off track, because some women, you know, it was appealing, you know, the fast life of the rap lifestyle or want to be famous. But then he was like, nah, that's not the route you want to go, Sharina. He saw I was doing the Jesus thing. And then he taught me about the industry and how corrupt it really was. He did tell me about a lot of demonic things that were taking place that a lot of people don't believe that happened in the industry.
Each photograph is meticulously edited, every detail scrutinized to ensure it aligns with the artist's vision. This is a labor of love, a testament to the artist's commitment to their craft. This project is a chance for students to showcase their growth. In critique sessions, they present their work to peers and mentors, receiving valuable feedback that helps refine their vision. These sessions are not just about evaluation, they are about learning and evolving as an artist. They demonstrate their mastery of the technical and conceptual aspects of photography. Adjusting camera settings, experimenting with lighting, and explaining their concepts during presentations are all part of the process. This is where theory meets practice and students prove their proficiency.
Everywhere you go has your own unique atmosphere. But being here in the United States is wherever they want to come, regardless of where they come from. So I would say being home is most important to me.
The magnum opus is a personal statement. It reflects the artist's unique perspective and voice. Each print is a piece of their soul, a glimpse into their inner world. This project is not just an assignment, it's a declaration of who they are as an artist. It allows the photographer to explore a subject deeply. Whether it's capturing the essence of a bustling city or the serene beauty of nature, the magnum opus provides the freedom to delve into topics that resonate with the artist. This exploration is both a journey and a discovery. It's a testament to their artistic vision. The determination and passion that drive the artist are evident in every shot. This is where their creativity shines, where their ideas take form and their vision becomes reality. It's a chance to leave a mark on the world. Each completed piece is a milestone, a step towards establishing a legacy. Displaying their work in a gallery is not just about recognition. It's about sharing their vision with the world and making an impact. The magnum opus is more than just a grade. It's an embodiment of the artist's journey, a culmination of their hard work, creativity, and growth. Feedback from mentors is invaluable, providing insights that help shape their future work. It's a stepping stone into the professional world. Networking events and interactions with gallery owners open doors to new opportunities. This project is often the first step towards a successful career in the arts. It's a portfolio piece that can open doors. A well-crafted magnum opus can catch the eye of agents and curators, leading to exhibitions, collaborations, and commissions. It's a key component of the artist's professional portfolio. It can lead to exhibitions and collaborations. The magnum opus is not just an end, it's a beginning. It paves the way for future projects, partnerships, and creative endeavors, solidifying the artist's place in the art world.
A list of all the entertainers and the people in demand. I've had opportunity to get exposure. The only person in my time I haven't shot is Mandela. No, I had the opportunity to do it, but I was at a photo shoot. So I couldn't be two places at once.
Paul's work is captivating. It's both familiar and surprising. He has a way of finding beauty in the ordinary. He captures the essence of his subjects. He's drawn to themes of identity and memory. His work is deeply personal, yet it resonates with a wide audience. He invites viewers to connect with their own experiences. He captures the human condition in its rawest form. Paul's vision is constantly evolving. He's not afraid to experiment. He's always searching for new ways to express himself. He pushes the boundaries of traditional photography.
It's very on a scale where it's like, okay, great, that's good, but breast cancer is a serious thing for women.
All right, so when you were walking off the stage, did you know that you were exposed in the back a little bit?
Absolutely, honey, come on now, Dennis Rodman.
Showcasing the vision presentation formats for a photographic masterpiece, Paul's work can be presented in various formats, each offering a distinct way to engage with his artistic vision. From traditional prints to digital displays, the medium chosen can significantly influence the viewer's experience and interpretation of the work. Each format offers a unique way to experience his vision. Traditional prints, for instance, allow viewers to appreciate the fine details and textures that Paul meticulously captures in his photographs. The tactile quality of a print can evoke a sense of intimacy and connection with the subject matter. Traditional prints highlight the detail. They bring out the subtleties of light and shadow, the intricate patterns and the rich colors that might be lost in other formats. This method of presentation is perfect for those who want to delve deep into the technical mastery of Paul's work. They showcase the subtleties of his compositions. Every nuance, every delicate shift in tone is preserved and presented in a way that invites prolonged contemplation and appreciation.
I know he was really take me under his wing, so to speak, showing me how, he used to shoot these events, things like that. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It's it was just fun to me, man, just learning something different, as far as him shooting. I met a whole lot of people. I met Muhammad Ali wife, Khalifa, whatever. I can't remember her name, but I used to call her Dr. Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the Powell several times with Paul. I did some work shooting background with Anthony Hamlet. I think not Anthony Hollywood. William Bell's son from Cool in the Game. Yeah, so But as far as that goes, you know what I'm saying, me and him did a whole lot of other things too. As far as just knowing who you are and how to navigate and things like that.
Paul Murray is a photographer. He's on a journey. This journey is about capturing moments in time. His photos are not just pictures, they are stories. A magnum opus is a big deal. It's the greatest work of an artist's life. For Paul, it's the culmination of years of passion. It reflects his dedication to his craft. It showcases his evolution as a photographer. Paul's journey is one of exploration. He explores emotions, landscapes, and light. He wants to evoke feelings in those who view his work. His work is a testament to the power of observation.
Yeah, my name is Jerry Carter. I'm the founder, CEO of 5-Star Productions based out of Los Angeles, California. And basically, I do concerts around different parts of the country. And I also manage artists, singers. We're in the studio, band members. We're always trying to cut that record, looking for that #1 hit. And doing my work and doing the things I do, a young man named Paul Murray reached out to me, and we talked on the phone, and he explained to me some of the things that he did as Michael Jackson's personal photographer, manager with the Joe Jackson, Michael's father. And so we talked, and he said, Jerry, I think we can help each other. And he was right. We had an agreement that Paul, I can help him with his purpose and he helped me with mine. And that's exactly what has happened to this day. And Paul has turned into a mentor to me. Paul is the kind of guy, he's been to the mountaintop, but yet he has a lot of empathy and wanting to help out other young men. And that's the really valuable variable in our relationship. We're helping each other. And the experience that Paul has accumulated over the years, money cannot buy. And the one thing about Paul that stands out, Paul likes to do things the right way. No cutting corners. That's the one thing I learned from him is, if you're gonna do something, cover all your A's and your B's and your C's, make it very organized and make it right. And this is something that I really learned from him, putting my shows together. And another thing that Paul really helped me with is the understanding the valuable a tool is the camera.
A master's degree in photography is intense. It's a journey that demands dedication, creativity, and a deep understanding of both the technical and artistic aspects of the craft. Students are expected to immerse themselves fully into the world of photography, often pushing their boundaries to discover new perspectives and techniques. It pushes students to their limits. Long hours in the lab, countless nights in the darkroom, and endless experimentation with different techniques are all part of the process. The rigorous curriculum is designed to challenge students and help them grow as photographers. It's not just about taking pretty pictures. The program delves deep into the science of photography, teaching students about the intricacies of camera mechanics, the physics of light, and the chemistry of developing film. Understanding these elements is crucial for mastering the art. It's about understanding the theory behind the art. Students learn advanced techniques. They attend lectures that cover a wide range of topics, from the history of photography to contemporary practices. These classes provide a solid foundation that informs their practical work. They experiment with different lighting and composition. In the studio, students have the opportunity to work with professional lighting setups, learning how to manipulate light to create mood, depth, and texture in their images. This hands-on experience is invaluable. They study the history of photography. By examining the works of past masters, students gain insight into the evolution of photographic techniques and styles. This historical context enriches their own work, providing inspiration and a deeper appreciation for the medium. They analyze the works of masters. Critical analysis of iconic photographs helps students understand what makes an image powerful and effective. They learn to deconstruct images, studying composition, lighting, and subject matter to uncover the secrets of great photography. Research is a key component. Students are encouraged to explore various themes and genres, conducting in-depth research to inform their projects. This research often involves studying the work of other photographers, as well as exploring theoretical and technical literature. Students delve into specific genres or themes. They explore new technologies. Whether it's digital photography, film, or alternative processes, students are exposed to a wide range of tools and techniques. This exposure helps them find their niche and develop a unique style. They present their findings in detailed papers. Writing about their research and projects helps students articulate their ideas and processes. These papers are often presented in seminars, where students receive feedback from peers and instructors, further refining their work. The program culminates in a final project. This project is a comprehensive body of work that showcases the skills and knowledge students have acquired throughout the program. It is a significant undertaking that requires careful planning, execution, and presentation. This project is a chance for students to showcase their skills. The final exhibition is a highlight of the program, where students present their work to the public, industry professionals, and potential employers. It is an opportunity to make a statement and leave a lasting impression. It's an opportunity to make a statement. The culmination of years of hard work, the final project is a testament to the students' dedication, creativity, and growth as photographers. It is a moment of pride and accomplishment, marking the beginning of their professional journey.
I am Kevin Silk Brewer, entrepreneur, choreographer, producer of film and music, all-around business person, but most of all, man of God. A month and a half before my 21st birthday. And we were on the road with CeCe Peniston. At that time, I had got the contract to do her novelties, which is her t-shirts and sales things we did, and we did security. So I brought Paul on for security and photography. During that time, Paul was a U.S. Marshal. So it was great to have him on the road with us, because being on the road, things happen. And Paul was, it was great to have him there. Most favorite thing when you ask him, what are you doing? I am focused. That's the first thing you hear from him, staying focused, keeping it moving, getting things done. And no matter what, he always was working on something or headed towards the next thing, whether it's personal or business. You know, from having a law background, law officer background, he actually paid attention to a lot of things. But I would say, personally and business. He's always been focused. He's always been moving forward. He always was looking to help someone. He helped a lot of people. I have seen that firsthand.
I'm Casey Rockwell. I've known Mr. Murray close to a little bit over 20 years. Met Mr. Murray in Miami through a Telemundo associate. I did in depth photography, videography, but after learning who Mr. Murray was, I really took an interest, and vice versa, took an interest in me because I was really eager to learn about videography and photography, and very much impressed of what he's done. A lot of my childhood, imagery and basically everything he's learned in childhood, he was right there taking photos of. So the way he's kind of connected to things I grew up with, that kind of thing. It helped out a lot. He's been in my corner. If I have everything I ever need, I can call him. I'm not majorly known, but I do a lot of behind the scenes work to help people get to the next level. So I guess you can say one day, I'll get my shot at bigger and better. But right now, I really do enjoy helping people out that are trying to get to the next level. A lot of times, on the ground level, it's where all the fun happens anyway. I would love the opportunity to pick up where Paul left off. I know he's getting a little older, so now he doesn't stop. He's not letting it stop him now. But he can't move like he wants to move. And talking to him sometimes, I kind of hear it and see it. He reminds me of my dad a lot, so I think that's why I kind of gravitate towards him, understand. But I would love to be able to pick up where he left off, because that generation or era of music and entertainment, it's kind of, I'm not gonna let it die, but I know that this new generation needs a old school flavor, but with a new school look and feel. I would like to be the one to help carry that on. I've been networking, so I would love to do that. I could just get his blessings with that and just pick up, keep it moving.
The magnum opus is the pinnacle of the master's degree. It's a large-scale project that demands not only technical skill, but also a deep conceptual understanding. This is where the artist's vision truly comes to life, transforming ideas into tangible works of art. It requires months of dedication and focus. The process is grueling, often involving late nights and countless revisions. Each photograph is meticulously edited, every detail scrutinized to ensure it aligns with the artist's vision. This is a labor of love, a testament to the artist's commitment to their craft. This project is a chance for students to showcase their growth. In critique sessions, they present their work to peers and mentors, receiving valuable feedback that helps refine their vision. These sessions are not just about evaluation, they are about learning and evolving as an artist. They demonstrate their mastery of the technical and conceptual aspects of photography. Adjusting camera settings, experimenting with lighting, and explaining their concepts during presentations are all part of the process. This is where theory meets practice and students prove their proficiency. The magnum opus is a personal statement. It reflects the artist's unique perspective and voice. Each print is a piece of their soul, a glimpse into their inner world. This project is not just an assignment, it's a declaration of who they are as an artist. It allows the photographer to explore a subject deeply. Whether it's capturing the essence of a bustling city or the serene beauty of nature, the magnum opus provides the freedom to delve into topics that resonate with the artist. This exploration is both a journey and a discovery. It's a testament to their artistic vision. The determination and passion that drive the artist are evident in every shot. This is where their creativity shines, where their ideas take form and their vision becomes reality. It's a chance to leave a mark on the world. Each completed piece is a milestone, a step towards establishing a legacy. Displaying their work in a gallery is not just about recognition, it's about sharing their vision with the world and making an impact. The magnum opus is more than just a grade, it's an embodiment of the artist's journey, a culmination of their hard work, creativity and growth. Feedback from mentors is invaluable, providing insights that help shape their future work. It's a stepping stone into the professional world. Networking events and interactions with gallery owners open doors to new opportunities. This project is often the first step towards a successful career in the arts. It's a portfolio piece that can open doors. A well-crafted magnum opus can catch the eye of agents and curators, leading to exhibitions, collaborations and commissions. It's a key component of the artist's professional portfolio. It can lead to exhibitions and collaborations. The magnum opus is not just an end, it's a beginning. It paves the way for future projects, partnerships and creative endeavors, solidifying the artist's place in the art world.
Travis Bridges. I am my mother's fifth child, which is the title of my most recent memoir. You can find it at all of the book outlets. I am also, by trade, a musician and voiceover talent. I have experience in radio and some audio editing and video editing skills. It was Paul who started me to really look into myself and who I am, really. And it was him who started to give me information on how to become an independent thinker. Although I was already in that process, it wasn't until I started to listen to him and what he was saying about my nationality, where I'm from, who I really am, that I started to get involved. What he used to say did not make sense. One thing in particular, he would say, there is no money, or your house is already paid for, or, he would tell me these things that felt really good in my spirit, but because my brain did not comprehend it, I just doubted it and or did not pursue it. But I knew that there was always something to the concept of what he was saying about exercising my rights as a person instead of as a slave or owned property, or just following the masses. So sometimes he would say things that really sounded crazy, but in my heart, I knew that if I could grasp the concept of it, that I could be the best me that I could be. So I wouldn't say those moments are crazy, but I just didn't understand them. And sometimes when people don't understand something, that's what they label people and the things, they say it's crazy or just dismiss it. But I've never dismissed him or the idea. I have a lot of respect for him. I love him like a brother, even like an uncle, and he's been there for me 100% of the time. So all of my experiences have been great with Paul.
Beautiful spirit. I am Sabora Jackson, and I'm so excited to be here today and tell you some of the cool things we do and tell you all about Paul. I have known Paul Murray for 14 years. Absolutely incredible years. I'm so thankful that I met him. And the way that I met Paul, I met him at the Black Film Festival in Hollywood, Florida, in about, I want to say 2011. I think that was the year that I met him. And during that film festival, it was insanely incredible. It was so many amazing celebrities there. Some of them were doing workshops, and I had the honor to do an animation / green screen workshop. So during that time, we had a family business called Bopping Heads. I don't know if you ever seen it. We take your big head and we put it on a little body, a little dancing body, and we put the green screen around you. So I was actually doing that workshop, and I had, oh my gosh, Miss Joe came in and stole the show. Paul came in there. He was filming her. It was a bunch of celebrities filming her while I had the green screen set up. We had the green cape over Miss Joe, and she started singing the song, New York, New York. So we had, imagine little dancing bodies, and then her just taking the green screen and the little cape around her and just walking off screen, and she was entertaining the audience. And then after a while, we started making so much noise that they told us that we were having too much fun. And they told us to calm down in that actual place. And we couldn't calm down because it was animation. It was green screen. It was fun. And I remember Paul walked up to me and he passed me his business card, and I put it like in my pocket. I didn't look at it, and then he fussed at me. He said, you need to look at that. And I said, oh, okay, great. You're a photographer. We both do video. He said, no, I am the photographer. And that's how I met Mr. Amazing Paul Murray. And while we were there, I was really being myself, very extroverted, talking to people, having fun, and just enjoying myself. And he told me that I needed to be more serious. And he said I need to pay attention to my surroundings. And I'll never forget, at some point, we had a really deep intellectual conversation on the subject at hand. And not only did he have a lot of information, he was extremely knowledgeable and expert level. His intelligence is beyond most. The most important thing comes to mind is his quiet elegance. He exudes confidence, elegance, and intelligence like no other. Whether he's in his decked out suits or his fun everyday outfits, he shows up with carriage that has the quiet confidence of a leader, someone who knows things that are behind the scenes, and he's always watching, and I won't mention some of the service that he provides because that could be a secret, but I think a part of what he does, and he watches audiences and crowds, he is an expert at it, and I'm so thankful that I've learned so many key points about being in crowds and interacting with the public just from his appearance, his stance, and his observation. Quiet elegance.
Every nuance, every delicate shift in tone is preserved and presented in a way that invites prolonged contemplation and appreciation. Large-scale installations create an immersive experience. These grand displays can transform a space, enveloping the viewer in the world Paul has captured. The sheer size and presence of these installations can evoke powerful emotional responses and create a lasting impression. Photo books offer a curated narrative. They are a portable gallery, allowing viewers to engage with Paul's work in a personal and leisurely manner. Each page turn reveals a new story, a new perspective, carefully sequenced to guide the viewer through a visual journey. They guide the viewer through Paul's journey, the tactile experience of holding a book. The anticipation of turning the page and the curated flow of images create a deeply personal and immersive experience.
My name is Lois Pitts, and I'm a friend of Paul's for 40 years. I met him in Washington, D.C. at the swimming pool, Tacoma swimming pool. I was there with my grandchildren, my niece and nephews, and he was watching me entertain and keep the children under control. I know it's 40 years because now my son is 42 that I had with me at the time. I also, when we were in DC area, about Paul's mobile, I guess it was a mobile dark room or something. He would take photos and be able to go on the truck and develop them and everything. And it was mobile. It was a van that he would use to take photography, and he really was trying to get that van going. And he would go in there and had the dark room and everything to develop his pictures. And it's a favorite time because he was taking photos of my family, my daughter, my mother, and myself. And what makes it so great is the fact that my mother is no longer with us, and neither is my daughter. My daughter died in 2018. But when she was a teenager, he took her out and took pictures of her. And I have those pictures of myself, my mother, and my daughter all in one photo album. And I just love them. And we used one of the photos that he took of my mother was the cover of her obituary. And then my nephew had one of the pictures that he took of my mother painted, and he has in his house. And it is a big painting. So, you know, and those pictures will always be special to me. And I can't take away the fact that Paul did them, you know, so that's special.
Meticulous planning, the blueprint for success. Creating a magnum opus requires meticulous planning. It starts with an idea. This idea is then refined and developed. Paul spends hours researching. He scouts locations. He experiments with different approaches. He creates a detailed timeline. He sets deadlines for each stage of the project. He anticipates challenges. He develops solutions. He pays attention to every detail. From lighting to composition, every element is carefully considered. He understands that success lies in the details.
I am Joseph Kegler L. And I am a retired military vet. And also I had 24 years at a children's healthcare hospital. And I'm here, I met Paul probably about 5 or 6 years ago. So 2018, so yeah. So it's been a while. So we've been friends ever since. Matter of fact, I think I missed the quinceañera. We went to a little girl's quinceañera down in Miami, I think it was. And that was my first time getting a chance to hold a camera live like that on a person. So it was great. So, and also when we went to the Keys, we did a filmed a show for Dr. Bessie Fletcher in her graduation class, but that's when I used it. You know, he was kind of reserved when I met him, so we didn't do a whole lot of crazy things. And like I said, I would say what was the craziest thing to me is when we went to Florida, down to the Keys, because we had to travel on this one road in and one road out, and had to be on the just right there at the water on the ocean. It was crazy for about an hour, and that was the craziest thing I had to. But as a matter of fact, I told him I'll never come back again because it's one way in and one way out. About an hour worth of water driving just in one highway now. That was the craziest thing with him. Passionate about what he does. He really believes in photography. It amazes me how many people he's taking photos of, like Michael Jackson and as a matter of fact James Brown, Boots Collins, all of these people, Rick James. So it's just amazing to me how many people that he knows, because every time I'm around him he always tells me about somebody else he hadn't told me before. so I'm always shocked with that. I mean, because he's had an amazing journey coming through. I said, you should have done this documentary a long time ago.
I'm Danielle Sims. I'm a digital marketer by trade, and also a professional photographer. I've known Paul for 20 plus years. Boy, did I just say that out loud. I met Paul at a conference. It was a music conference, and he had his huge video camera, and it basically, it captured my attention because it was big, and I saw him with his photographer extraordinaire jacket on, and we just got to talking. And I was telling him about what I was trying to do, and he was telling me what he was trying to do, and he's like, "Well, when do you want to do it?" He's always like, right now, let's do it now. I call him Mr. Make It Happen. That's how Paul is. Anything that you aspire to do, he's always willing to help and come in and see where he can assist you in your goals, your dreams, whatever project you're trying to accomplish. He's just got such a giving and helpful heart. One story that comes to mind that's really dear to me is that I was sick for a while. I was in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. Paul took care of my house, and my cats, and came and visited me up at the hospital. I was really down. I had a blood clot where I couldn't walk. My legs swelled up. I had 4 surgeries during that time. And he was very instrumental in my recovery. He's been such a dear friend to me. I love him to death. We get into it sometimes, anytime we were out at an event or something, he's like, "Well, call me when you get home." "I don't need to call you. When I get home, I can manage." He said, "Just call me when you get home." But he's fiercely protective of those he loves. He's such a sweet and dear friend of mine. Excellent photographer. He loves to share his stories about shooting the Jacksons, the Jackson family honors. I was very impressed with the fact he was able to get in, and just with his personality, you can see why he has so many people that love him and adore him, and he just is such a consummate networker. I'm always surprised about who he knows and where he's been. Sometimes I call him, I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm in Panama." I'm like, "What are you doing in Panama?" It cracks me up. So it's a delight knowing Paul. He'll keep you laughing. He continues to keep me laughing.
Hey everybody, this is me, I'm King Jackson, Michael Jackson impersonator, here with Hollywood Connection. We're here with the one and only Paul Murray. How you doing?
Focus.
Focus, you always focus.
Today we embark on a journey into the world of photography, shaped by light, shadow, and the human eye. We delve into the career of Paul Murray, a photographer who has captured some of the most iconic faces of our time. Our journey begins with the legendary Jackson family, whose musical talents captivated hearts globally. Paul Murray documented not just their performances, but the essence of their familial bond. Imagine the energy radiating from the stage as Michael commanded millions. Paul freezes these moments, preserving them forever in photographic amber. From one legend to another, we turn our attention to the godfather of soul, James Brown. Known for his electrifying performances and groundbreaking music, Brown's influence on the music industry is immeasurable. Brown's music, a vibrant tapestry of rhythm and blues, funk and soul, ignited stages worldwide. His unique sound and dynamic stage presence set him apart from his contemporaries. His performances were not just concerts, they were experiences filled with energy, passion, and an undeniable charisma that captivated audiences. Paul Murray aimed to encapsulate that energy and showmanship within his camera frame. His goal was to capture the essence of Brown's performances, the raw emotion and the sheer power of his presence. In each photograph we see Brown in his element, a whirlwind of motion and charisma. Every shot tells a story of a man who lived for the stage. A whirlwind of motion and charisma, his performances were a sight to behold, leaving audiences in awe. The sweat on his brow, a testament to his dedication and hard work, the passion on his face, reflecting the deep connection he had with his music and his audience, the physicality of his performance, all frozen in time. Each image captures a moment of pure musical magic. Paul's lens translates the auditory experience of a James Brown concert through photography, allowing us to relive those iconic moments again and again.
Ladies and gentlemen, may the funk be with you. Mousy Thompson and the James Brown Experience.
So, and he can take your idea and say, okay, let's go this step with it. Okay, I see it going this step. He'll take the inches, the measurements, the yards, the feet, whatever it takes to get to the next step. More so than myself. And that's the kind of guy he is. He'll call you, and I'm not even ready for myself. But he's ready for me to be better for myself than what anybody can, I can't really put it into words. I mean, he can make you see motivate. He's a motivator. He's a motivator, innovator, all of that. And that's Paul Murray.
I am Dr. Cynthia Oliver, Dean of Education of the Mother and Daughter Bible University. I've worked alongside of Paul on some projects, so I am a colleague of Paul Murray. Paul is pretty funny himself. He's a character, and always serious, but always with a smile, and always with quirkiness. There's a quirkiness about Paul Murray. He's always focused. I love it. And so whenever you ask Paul how he's doing, he's always focused. And that is his tagline, focus. And so for a very long time, I'm just like, okay. He was like, you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. And so some of the most interesting things that I like about Paul is the fact that he is focused. And another thing is that he's committed to the call. He's committed to being the best photographer, videographer that you can have in any space when he shows up. And he's going to make sure that he give you your marching orders in order to make sure you get it done. So Paul in itself, he's very militant as well. If you can see both of those being in the same space, he's militant, he's quirky, he's funny, always making you laugh, and he has the heart of gold. I love that about him. He genuinely cares about people. if I had to say something sentimental about him, that's what I would say about him. And that, for me, that is real interesting in the sense that he's so militant, but he's so caring.
Our photographic safari now takes us to the realm of sports, where we meet Dr. Khalila Camacho Ali, a woman whose life story is as compelling as it is inspiring. Paul Murray sought to illuminate her story, capturing the essence of her journey through his lens. Not as an accessory to fame, but as a woman who has carved her own path. She stands as a woman of substance, whose strength and resilience are evident in every frame. Through his lens, we see her as an individual navigating the complexities of life, facing challenges head-on. Her eyes reflect a depth of experience, a lifetime of stories and emotions, a quiet determination that speaks volumes about her character and resolve. Paul's photographs capture these nuances, revealing the layers of her personality, revealing the steel beneath the soft exterior, the strength that lies within. She stands as a testament to strength and resilience, embodying the spirit of perseverance and courage.
I am Dr. Khalila Camacho Ali. I am a movie producer, a lecturer, and an author. And also I'm an aviator, but I'm popularly known as the first family of Muhammad Ali, the former heavyweight boxing champion. So, during the fact that I meet so many people, thousands and thousands every month, it's hard for me to remember how far back we went. I'd say over a 20-year span, I would say. I think it was during the Michael Jackson era, my time with Michael Jackson. He was his photographer. He'd come on locations where I have been in Richmond, Virginia, and in Raleigh, and in Miami, and in Florida, out in Florida, different events. I've been to several events, and he's came to film me. When he used to live in Florida, we used to go to a lot of places together. And we've been to several events, and he's covered my story. And he's got a lot of footage on my lifetime, yeah. If I had to do a documentary on me, which will be in the near future, I'm sure he will have a lot of film footage that I could share with him. He's like my father. He's real slow and cool, and he takes his time. So, you know, that's what I know him as. But he's very efficient, and he always says, stay focused. He always says, stay focused. That's all that's important. Whatever you're doing in life, just stay focused on that issue. He always say that, so, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, stay focused.
Our journey with Paul Murray continues to the world of television and Jo Marie Payton. Known for her role as Harriet Winslow in Family Matters, she brought warmth and humor to our screens. Paul aimed to capture her versatility as an actress, the ability to inhabit a character fully. His camera documents her transformation, reminding us of the power of storytelling through performance. Dr. Bessie Fletcher, a legacy of healing. From entertainment, encountering Dr. Bessie Fletcher, a beacon of hope and healing in the medical community. Her dedication to her patients and her relentless pursuit of excellence have made her a revered figure in healthcare.
I met Paul, I think it was in 2011. Paul was introduced to me by Mr. Neville, who was a photographer and a mentor. Paul was his mentor. Mr. Neville was coming to do the cover of our magazine, the Mother and Daughter Bonding magazine. But he said to me, I want to bring someone, my mentor, that could help me because I've never shot a cover for a magazine. And I said, okay. So he came, he brought Paul. We were sitting there talking, and Paul was sitting across from me, looking very mysterious. Dark shades on, sort of looking like the Blues Brothers, you know, just sitting there. And I could just feel him piercing, looking at me through those glasses. So finally I said to him, who are you? And he said to me, young lady, he said, I was sent to watch over you, to be security for you. And I said, security? I don't need any security. I don't need security? What do you mean security? And he just looked at me with a little grin, you know, caught it to the side. He said, your ministry is going to grow so large that you're going to need a safe entrance and a safe exit at your events. So when he said that, even though as a chaplain, I work in ministry and I work from a spiritual base, I didn't quite understand what he meant. He said, your ministry is going to grow, because he was talking as if I was going to open up a church kind of a thing. And I said, but I don't need security. And I said to him, I said, because, I mean, I have Jesus. I don't need security. Now that I say that and looking back at it, I can understand what he was saying. But at the time, I'm like, who are you? I don't need security. And that became the joke among all of the volunteers and all the people in the ministry. Security. Every time they saw Paul, they would go, security.
Paul Murray sought to honor Dr. Fletcher's contributions through his photography, capturing the essence of her tireless work and the profound impact she has had on countless lives. In his images, we see beyond the white coat, glimpsing the compassion and empathy that fueled her work. Frank Cornelius, The Music Speaks. Our expedition concludes with Frank Cornelius, a musician whose melodies have touched countless hearts. In his photographs, we see Cornelius lost in the music, his fingers dancing across the keys, his face etched with emotion. Outro, a photographic legacy. As our journey through Paul Murray's iconic client list comes to a close, we're reminded of the profound impact a single photograph can have. Thank you for joining us.
We too were very fortunate to have the benefit of his wisdom, Berry Gordy's commitment, and Berry Gordy's creativity. Because of Mr. Gordy and his tireless efforts to get the very best for his artists and present the very best to the record-buying public, the face of popular music has changed forever because of Mr. Gordy.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is CEO Tommy Glover of New Magic Productions, known in the industry as Roxy Carvel. And if you know me, like Paul do, you can call me T-Drop. he came in and he was like, he do photography, and he asked me to have anybody doing photos for me for my album cover and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't. So he was like, come see me in my office. I was like, okay. So I was invited. I went into his office, but when I went in, I'm thinking, I don't know what I was expecting to see, but all I saw was like photos and trophies and medals and shelves with things on it. But on these pictures, it's like Michael Jackson and Jermaine Jackson, and the list can go on and on, right? But it's Paul in the pictures with them. So I'm like, wow. So I'm in the industry, I'm doing music, so I jump off and ask him, hey, you know these people like that? He's like, yeah, these are my friends. Like, I bodyguard for this person, I secure for that person. Then he started telling me about, his history and things like that, that I was mind blown. Great word. Blown away. So then I started realizing how the pictures around the buildings and stuff was so nice because Paul was taking them, but I didn't know that. But anyway, cut a long story short, since then to now, me and Paul has been great friends. We have done projects together. We have worked on set together. We have wrote things, edit things. Paul would travel from Washington, D.C., from Miami, Florida, all around the world to Atlanta, wherever I am. He's going to come, or wherever he is, I'm on my way too. So that's the relationship that me and Paul have. So Paul's like a brother, like a big brother. I wouldn't say like a father because, he ain't that old yet. But he's like my big brother, and I definitely love Paul, for sure. Paul has made a dream come true for me in my career. He's made a few dreams come true for me. He may not know it. He know it. I tell him all the time because I thank him all the time. But one thing I don't think I've ever told Paul is how much it meant to me to be in the presence of Joe Jackson and the Jackson's family. Because being an artist and a fan of Michael Jackson and the Jackson's family, I never thought in a million years that I would meet any of those guys, let alone hanging out with them, like riding a limousine with them, sitting in the same room, eating dinner with them, and seeing Paul in his element, seeing him, finally, just flip his hat back. He ain't taking his shades off, but he'd take his, I finally seen him flip his hat back and just hang out with Joe. Joe and them showed him a lot of love. I mean, I can't even tell you the full itinerary that we had, but we went to Las Vegas on the strength of Paul and the brothers, but mostly Paul, and he opened up a big door for me and my brothers at that time, and to meet the Jacksons and Joe Jackson and the family, and to be in that room. I definitely want to thank Paul for helping making that dream come true. So if I didn't tell you, Paul, that was definitely a dream come true. I knew I had to be on my best behavior at that time too, so I never got a chance to act out, so I can act out right now. Paul, you did that. Hey, Paul, you did that. Paul, you did that.